Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Today's video is going to be about whether or not where you went to medical school makes a difference to your career as a doctor. As a doctor, it is common to be asked where you went to medical school, and yes, some people will judge you based on that. But the truth is, what is more important is whether you are self-conscious about the medical school you have attended. If it is not one of the top universities, or if you have graduated from an overseas or a Caribbean medical school, it is easy to feel self-conscious or feel less competent as a doctor, if you know what I mean. But honestly, like I said, the only one really judging you is yourself. I am going to be honest. Yes, there are great medical schools out there that will produce amazing, well-rounded, highly skilled doctors, and there are schools out there that will only produce mediocre doctors. Regardless of which medical school you attended, you have done it. The most important thing is that you are now a doctor. Also, there are so many ways to make up for your shortcomings once you have qualified. That is also why it is mandatory that all doctors do an internship or a foundation program after medical school. On a day-to-day basis, as a doctor, you will not be judged by which medical school you have attended, but on your clinical performance. How you interact with patients, your clinical judgment, your efficiency on the ward, your ability to make good medical management plans, your interactions with other staff members, your ability to handle stressful situations, and how you lead other junior doctors. These are all far more important as a doctor than the medical school you have attended. Yes, attending a good medical school will hopefully equip you with all of these, but you can easily learn and develop these skills while you train. The next thing I want to mention is that all medical schools have its own strength and weakness. In the UK, all medical schools are regulated by the GMC to ensure that we produce good doctors fit to work for the NHS. All medical schools needs to abide by the GMC standards of choosing tomorrow's doctors. Worldwide, if I'm not mistaken, most medical schools are regulated by the World Federation for Medical Education, WFME. WFME is responsible for the accreditation of medical schools. Before working in the UK and registering with the GMC, it is important to note that your medical school needs to be listed in the World Directory of Medical Schools and accepted by the GMC. I will leave a link to the medical schools that are not currently accepted by the GMC so you can check it out too. Having said that, although all medical schools are highly regulated and must abide by the WHO or WFME guidelines, every medical school has its own strength and weakness. As the doctor qualifying from the medical school, you will inherit this. Personally, I think that this is a good thing and it makes all doctors unique rather than just a factory production. It will make you stand out and you can definitely use this as an advantage. For example, I graduated from Newcastle University, and my medical school prides itself on producing doctors with very good communication skills. We are taught communication skills from day one, and it was structured into our program all throughout the 5 years. Only Newcastle Medical School can make someone who has the worst possible people skills become a good clinical doctor. Communication skill is a strength for most Newcastle graduates. This has not only helped me in my day-to-day work as a doctor, but also in the MRCP paces and in the specialty interviews. Some medical schools, like Nottingham University, have a built-in bachelor's degree into the MBBS program, which is certainly an advantage if you are applying for specialty training. Certain medical schools are geared towards certain specialities, like York Medical School is geared towards GP training. Other schools like Oxbridge and UCL are very much geared towards research. So most doctors graduating from those schools have multiple papers and posters under their name, which will be highly beneficial if you want to pursue a career in academic medicine or research. At the end of the day, all newly qualified doctors do the exact same job and earn the same amount of salary, regardless of whether you qualified from one of the top medical schools in the UK or a lesser-known medical school elsewhere around the world. The other thing to note is that postgraduate qualifications are far more important in your career as a doctor than your medical school qualification. The medical school you attended is probably only important 2 to 3 years after you qualify. After that, once you start pursuing postgraduate specialty training, the medical school you attended becomes less and less important. Just like now, it doesn't matter whether you went to private school, grammar school, or public school. Your last qualification like MRCP, MRCS, FRCP, MRCOG is more important. You can also enhance your CV as a doctor by being the first name author in a clinical paper, being involved in research and quality improvement projects. In summary, yes, it is definitely an advantage to train in a top medical school, but not everyone gets a place, and it is not just because you're not smart enough. There are so many other factors that play a part: timing, cost, location, family commitments. So even if you have graduated from a mediocre medical school, don't let it hold you back. You can still be a successful doctor. At the end of the day, diligence and enthusiasm for medicine is what makes a great doctor. That is all for my video today. I hope you guys found this useful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!